I'm just going to be brutally honest and say something that has been on my mind, but I keep seeing this trend online around girly pop finance and girl math. And I'm just wondering, why does finance have to be feminine? Finance is just a topic. It's math and strategy. It's not really masculine either. The only reason why we subconsciously associate finance with men is because historically men were the ones in our society that managed the money in the households, and men were the only ones allowed to open up bank accounts. Only men could secure mortgages. We are completely out of that era, yet we are still subconsciously programmed to default and associate money with men and masculinity. But the solution to closing that historical gap is not just to wrap financial literacy in pink glitter and call it girly pop finance or girl math. If you want to build actual wealth, then we need to understand that this is simply just a knowledge gap, and women were just simply not taught how to deal with money. That's it. When I see the phrase girly pop finance or girl math, I immediately think, what are we doing here? Are we putting glitter on spreadsheets? No, obviously not. I think the whole concept behind it is that we are dumbing down these complicated financial concepts, which, to be honest, are not really that complicated. We as women have kind of just been brainwashed to think that they're complicated because they want to keep us out of the system. Because at the end of the day, money and knowledge give us power. And those have always been things that society and men don't necessarily want women to have. When a woman says that she doesn't understand investing or the market or stocks, it's never because she's not intelligent enough to understand it. It's literally because the financial system was intentionally kept to gatekeep these things from us. Instead of teaching women that language in which they can play the game, girl math gives the impression that someone is just patting us on the head saying, it's okay, just save the $5 for your iced coffee and for your shopping spree. That's what we should focus on. I spent most of my life in finance and almost a decade working on Wall Street, and I can surely tell you people who actually control the wealth or are good with their money are not teaching things like girl math. And the interesting thing is, in order to save money and to build wealth, you actually don't need to be extremely cheap or restrictive. I, for one, do not believe in toxic restriction, but I do believe in strategic allocation. This means you ruthlessly cut out the mindless and meaningless costs in your life. Things that bring you absolutely no joy, things that you have subscribed to on autopilot in the back that you don't even remember, and things that genuinely don't serve any purpose in your life, as well as any low value spending, things that don't actually move the needle for your happiness. Save on those things specifically so that you can reallocate that money into investing in the stock market and building real tangible wealth, or invest in high ROI experiences like traveling or things that actually bring your soul and your life true happiness. Let's be honest, if we keep distracting women with these jokes about returning a dress and saying that you made money because it's girl math, then that means that we're really just keeping women distracted from the real math: investing, accumulating assets, using credit cards strategically to travel for free while keeping their capital invested. In this sense, we need to completely reframe what money actually is. And my biggest point here is that having money isn't just about flexing a high net worth or funding your shopping sprees and getting cute coffees. What having money actually comes down to is having options and having the power and ability to escape a bad or toxic situation, and that money is not the thing holding you back. That's really what's at stake here, and I refuse to sugarcoat this topic. Your financial independence is too important to be reduced down to something like girl math. On this channel, I'm going to start talking about how to manage your money and how to build wealth for the long term so that you always have money to your name, because remember, money gives you power and money gives you options. So if you've been intimidated by it your whole life, then this is the time for you to break that cycle. We can get out of it, and you can be the first one in your family to change the path and build wealth for even the future generations ahead of you. If you want to know how to get started with investing very easily, then I highly suggest you check this video out next, where I go over exactly that. I will catch you in the next video.